Welcome to the ultimate guide for mastering a house in Techno. I'm going to be showing you in just 3 simple steps how to master your track and get it ready to rock clubs around the world. To assist you in mastering, I've got at the top of the description my definitive mastering rack version 2. It's the sick Ableton rack I've created that has everything we're about to show in this video and much more ready to go. Links at the top of the description. Definitely download that, guys. And take your track instantly from this to this. Let's dive in. Alright guys, so we got this pre-master here. You can see we're already at a pretty good place. It's hitting just about -6, right? So you want your pre-master before any mastering to be hitting maybe -3 to -6, right? Sometimes you can push it a little more and then do a little bit more magic in mastering, but as far as just a powerful, effective, simple mastering, -3 to -6. And the first step to mastering is we're going to get some EQ and a little utility. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to first just start with a bass cut at 20 hertz and then a high-end cut at 20 kilohertz. There we go. So we've got that. But then what we need to actually do is take a utility and get the bass mono on maybe about, like, let's put it at 200. So what we're doing here is, as you know, the human ear cannot hear below 20 hertz or above 20 kilohertz. So by cutting those, even though you're not hearing it, there can still be a little bit of information there. And so when you cut it, it just cleans that out and it makes more room for the master. You know, you can push your limiter harder. You can just push the track a bit harder. And sometimes you could even push this up, like maybe up to like 30 hertz. Right, and you can look on the spectrum and make sure you're not cutting off the fundamental harmonics there. Like, see, we're not gonna, right there, we're not gonna push past that, really. See, then it starts to lose the bass. But you can clean your track up a lot by doing this. And then we have the bass mono afterwards. One, because this is dance music and you pretty much just need the low end and a lot of those main elements to be in mono, right? But also because sometimes this low cut can cause some phasing stuff. So that just cleans it up and makes sure that you're not going to have that problem. Again, it depends on the genre you're doing. If I was doing like some rock music or something like that, maybe you could have some stereo bass. But in dance music, house, and techno, just keep it really mono. So that's the first step. The next step is going to be some multiband dynamics, actually. And what we're going to do is we're going to multiband compress the master and just get it a little bit more lively without overdoing it. And the key here is going to be blending it. So we're going to start off . See how the high end gets a lot more like kind of colorful and in your face, and then later we're going to go ahead and blend it with the amount, but for now we're just dialing it in. Also, probably want to make sure you turn up the attack on these so that it doesn't mess up the punch of your sounds, right? It'll get out of the way. And see, I'm not pushing it too hard. It's just adding like a little bit of spice to it. Okay, let's do the mids now. And see how the kick's jumping out way more as soon as we push that? So it can really help. And then we'll get the lows. And we can also get a very focused and tight low end out of this. And that's why it helps to do the EQ cut before the multiband. Okay, so when I turn it off, and then on again, you can see it's subtle. It's really just bringing it to life a little more. But what we need to do even more is just bring this amount down. So yeah, we're just really blending this. We don't want to overdo it. Although once you have that down, you can kind of push it a little more if you want. You see, that really helps bring the track to life. Maybe we could do a bit less in the highs. There we go. So now we've got that. The last thing to do is just get it up to 0 and then kind of push it a little past. And I'll show you what I mean. So right now, you can see we're hitting about, -3, -4, -5. We haven't added too much gain to the master at all. But now what we're going to do is we're going to get a limiter. And as you can see, we're not clipping. So the limiter is not going to be used to like fix the clipping or anything. But we're going to use the limiter to push it to 0. So it's hitting right at 0. And then a little bit past, because it's going to push it, the things that can go past without like clipping. And you see, I like to push it, sometimes you push it past and it gets crunchy, but you just have to find where that is. Because the goal is to just kind of get this, as high basically as you can and as loud as you can before it gets crunchy. And that's where these tools come into play, right? And you can see if I bring down like the low cut, or if I turn it off completely, see how you can that can add crunch not having that. And then if you bring it up, you can push this master even further and get louder, because that low end really does take up a lot of the mix and a lot of headroom. So if you clear that out, you can push this even further and get a nice loud master. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe, and let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Like I said in the beginning, you can get my definitive mastering rack version 2, the ultimate one, at the top of the description. Once again, it can instantly take your track from this to this. It gives it a ton of power and really brings it to life. Thanks for the support, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video.